All of a sudden, I hear this thunderous crashing at my front door and men yelling, "Open up, open up, open right now." And I realized just how frightened and vulnerable I felt in my own house. There's nothing about my life now that looks anything like what my life looked like before the John Doe.
November 2010, Governor Scott Walker won an open race for governor, and our state legislature switched parties and became more interested in fiscal reforms and union governance reforms.
When Scott Walker got elected governor, he brought me with him and appointed me deputy secretary of the Department of Administration. In that role, I had a seat at the table with the governor when he was discussing significant policy initiatives, such as the collective bargaining reform bill. There was a lot of anger and a lot of backlash from it. I believe we underestimated the reaction that we would get.
The intensity ramped up and up and up and up. 50,000, then 60,000 protesters in the Capitol Square. I knew that this was full-scale political warfare, and I decided at that time to go all in to defend the reforms. Then I was targeted by the government for supporting a cause I believe in.
Before the sun even came up, I was asleep. And all of a sudden, I hear this thunderous crashing at my front door. 9, 10, 12 armed men rushing into my house. They spent 3 hours going through every drawer, closet, chest. I felt very much like I was guilty until proven innocent. I never saw any evidence that I'd committed any crime. I never saw any evidence that they had probable cause to come into my home. I was never charged with anything. Everyone knew I was tied to Scott Walker, and everyone knew I was tied to Act 10. And from that point forward, I lost all privacy I ever had. From that point forward, I was harassed. My car was vandalized. I was afraid to let my dogs out for fear they would get poisoned.
John Doe, this is beyond unconstitutional. This investigation, this retribution, a retaliatory campaign against us because they couldn't win at the ballot box.
It destroyed my career. It destroyed my life. It changed. It changed who I am.
This whole John Doe investigation, I would wake up kind of wondering if I dreamt it, like a nightmare. On July 16, 2015, the Wisconsin State Supreme Court killed the investigation and said the investigation was conducted without foundation in reason or law. And it was a dramatic, sweeping win.
If this can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. It could happen to someone because of their sexual orientation, their religion, their political beliefs. My optimistic hope is that given the fact that I'm speaking out and others have spoken out, that this won't happen to anyone else.